Hey everybody, welcome to the Hamakua Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany, and today we are bringing you another chocolate chip cookie recipe. The difference is this one is made with sourdough. You heard me right, sourdough chocolate chip cookies. And these guys are going to be delicious, I promise you. They are fat and fluffy, and next time I think I'm even gonna add some nuts or peanut butter. This recipe might produce a few more dishes than you're used to, but I promise it is worth it. First, we're going to mix together our dry ingredients. In a small bowl, whisk together almost 2 cups of flour. Just between 1 3/4 and 2 cups, that's the sweet spot. 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Set this bowl aside. Now we're gonna mix together part of our wet ingredients. In a small bowl, mix together 1 large egg, 1/2 cup of sourdough discard or sourdough starter. You can choose which of the two you like. And 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. Mix these all together with a whisk or a fork and set this aside as well. The recipe for the next part calls for cold butter. I advise that you use room temperature softened butter, but you can choose for yourself. Put your 8 tablespoons of butter, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1/2 cup of white sugar, and 1 1/2 to 2 cups of chocolate chips into your stand mixer and mix it up for about a minute until you have kind of a grainy texture. Crumbly texture. Now you can add in your dry ingredients. Your mixture is going to become even more crumbly. Mix this on low for 20 to 30 seconds. Then you can pour in your egg mixture. Mix this on low. Mix this one on low. Continue to mix on low for another 20 to 30 seconds. Now you can scoop out your portions onto your cookie sheet. I highly suggest that you use parchment paper. Otherwise, you might end up with an ooey gooey, burnt on crusty mess that you don't want to deal with. This should make around 12 cookies. But that's going to depend on the size of the scoops that you prefer. Place your cookies into the refrigerator for a minimum of 4 hours. I would highly suggest closer to 24 hours. You can also freeze them. They are going to end up being a taller, fluffier cookie the colder that they are when they go into your oven tomorrow. I am not even going to lie to you. I forgot to film myself baking these cookies the next day. And for that, I apologize. But I have made them since and caught a couple of glimpses for you. The darker ones that you see are the ones that I made with cold butter. And I can definitely tell you that the butter did not mix in well, and that is a huge reason why I would suggest that you use room temperature butter, because that's why they look a little bit burnt. Bake these in a preheated oven at 375 degrees for 15 or so minutes. Let them cool down and enjoy. And that's all you gotta do. It's really only a little bit extra steps, not that much compared to the cookie dough you're already used to making. And I will say they are quite satisfying. I've tried this recipe in a few different ways now. All of the cookie recipes that I have tried, this one included, they always turned out more visually appealing when they were frozen going into the oven. You can also try this recipe and other chocolate chip cookie recipes with not just your regular milk chocolate chips. You can do semi-sweet, white chocolate, you can do peanut butter chips, you can do white chocolate, dark chocolate, anything you want. You could even do it with M&Ms. Really, it's just whatever you have on hand and whatever you prefer. That's gonna do it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Hamakua Homestead. I'll see you again soon.